confident before you take action? That's not what we're doing. What we want to do is not wait to feel confident, but to begin taking small steps that will build that confidence. So here's the truth. You don't become confident first, you become consistent first. And remember, you're not waiting for clarity. You're being invited to move. With that being said, come on in. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, grandmas, aunties, sisters, cousins, godmom, foster mom, whatever role you feel. Happy Mother's Day to you on this very day. Listen, let it be a happy day. Let it be a day filled with new precious memories, and do something nice for your mom. For all of you that are missing your moms, our prayers are with you, and do something that really honors the memory of your mother today. All right, with that being said, come on, let's take a good healing deep breath in and exhale. Let's just relax, come present to this sacred moment, fully knowing nothing's missing, nothing's broken. We are here. Breath in and exhale. All right, beloved, are you still waiting to feel confident before you take action? Here's the truth. You don't become confident first. You become consistent first. Please put that in your notes. As we've been discussing, remember that you're not waiting for clarity. You have a divine invitation to move. Just breathe that in. Now, this is the part I've been thinking about, but I want to say out loud today. For many years, despite my ability to create, to show up, and my ability to help so many people transform their lives, I've experienced pockets in my own life where I didn't fully trust myself. I can distinctly remember moments where I would signal my own mind to shut down. Just shut things down. Creativities, ideas, even inspired action, I would shut it all down. Why? Not because I didn't have vision, not because I didn't have the capacity, but because at a deeper level, I doubted my ability to follow through on what I knew. I remember I was at a live retreat with one of my mentors. This is back in 2012, 2014, somewhere back then. And I was on stage in the hot seat, getting some live coaching and mentoring on the spot. And I can distinctly remember that I had hit one of those pockets where I didn't trust myself to follow through. And I can remember saying on that stage, I don't trust myself, right? And so we hit these pockets, but what we do is that we work and move forward on the journey, because at a deeper level, when you're not trusting yourself, what I was saying is, I don't trust my ability to follow through on what I know. Even though I know it, even though I had the capacity, we would hit these pockets. So I was aware of the pattern, but I had not yet practiced the consistency. Write that word down, the consistency to change it. And instead of leaning in at those times when I hit those pockets, I would pause, delay, or just totally disconnect. Not realizing, beloved, that every time I did that, I was quietly weakening my relationship with myself. But here's what shifted everything for me. I stopped making it about confidence. I just stopped making it about confidence. And I started making it about trusting myself. I realized that self-trust was not something you feel first. Please write that down. Self-trust is not something you feel first. It's something you build. It's a muscle that you build moment by moment, choice by choice, through aligned action. I want to say that again. You have to realize that self-trust is not something you feel first, it's something you build moment by moment, choice by choice, through your aligned action. I began honoring small things. This is why we talk about teeny tiny steps. I began honoring small things, following through in ways where no one can see. No one can applaud me. No one can champion me. These are the quiet things that I did in moments to just honor myself and honor what I know. And then something began to happen. I started becoming someone who could rely on me. That is huge right there, beloved. Why? Because being able to rely on yourself, realizing that you have the power and the authority and the capability to rescue yourself, because no one's coming to rescue you. You're going to rescue yourself. Just start with little things, following through, honoring what you say, becoming someone that you can rely on, not perfectly, but consistently. Write that down. And that consistency began to stabilize my identity so that I can trust and rely on myself. So when we talk about self-trust this week, we're not talking about a feeling. I can't stress that enough. We're talking about self-reliability, that comes from your aligned action. The ability to say this: if I know it, I honor it. If I'm guided, I move. This is huge. If I choose it, I follow through. Again, we're not talking about a feeling. We're talking about self-reliability through aligned action. The ability to say, if I know it, I honor it. If I'm guided, I get up and I move. If I choose it, I follow through. So, because this is where alignment becomes sustainable. This is how we start making things real. We're not just here talking just to be talking. We're here to activate transformation. And this is where your life will begin to respond to you differently. So in week 2, you've been taking aligned action, week 1 and 2. Now the bridge this week is you want to start stabilizing the identity that sustains action. Stabilizing it. And we can only stabilize when we keep choosing. Keep choosing, beloved. Those little things that you're doing step by step, piece by piece, moment by moment, in the quiet. Nobody knows what you're doing, but you're honoring yourself. You're honoring what you know. That is where the real magic happens, right? So let's reframe some things, because we don't want any shame here. This is not about beating yourself up. It's not about blame. It's not about shame. I want us to reframe this. I want you to look at all the places you keep starting and stopping, the places where you doubt your progress, place where you question yourself. Now, what I want to speak to this is, one of the things that I realized as I started awakening is that I wasn't giving myself enough credit for the progress that I've made. And now some 20, 30 years later, I'm looking back, really 40 plus years, looking over this body of work that I've been so blessed to facilitate, and seeing I've made a lot of progress, and so have you. You've made more progress than you're giving yourself credit for. You're doing far better than you're giving yourself credit for, right? Great Grand Rising, guys. Thanks for joining us live today. All right. I want you to start giving yourself credit for the progress that you're making, credit for the things that you're doing right. You're not inconsistent, beloved. You're learning how to trust yourself again. That's the reframe. I start, I stop. I start, I stop. You're doubting your progress. I'm moving too slow. Nothing's happening. You're questioning yourself. Am I doing the right thing? Will I be judged? Will people understand? We want to shut that all down because you're not inconsistent. You're learning how to trust yourself again. That inconsistency is there for a reason. What do I always tell you? It's information. It is information helping you to see what is really happening in your life. So, in a nutshell, what is self-trust? It's not emotion. It's not confidence. It is self-reliability through behavior, your God self. Self-trust is relying on your God self, the inner self, the higher self, the Holy Spirit within, God, whatever language works for you. It's relying on that. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not into your own understanding, and all your ways acknowledge him, the inner self, the God within, and he will direct your path. Sacred text from the proverbial writer, right? Trust in the inner guidance, the God self, the higher self. So trust, self-trust is not relying on flesh or the carnal mind or the ego mind. It's the God self. Why does self-trust break down? I want you to really hear this. Self-trust breaks down because you ignore your intuition, the Holy Spirit's guidance, your heart's guidance. You ignore that. You know, you hear, you feel, you sense, you see, but you skip right over that. Or if you don't skip over it and you acknowledge it, you start overthinking it, going into analysis paralysis, right? Or if you stop overthinking and say, okay, I'm going to start, and then you start, there's no follow through. Can I talk real today? This is not about shame. This is not beating yourself up. This is awareness so that we can begin to do something about it. Okay? When you start and you don't follow through, many times it's because you're seeking external validation. You're not checking in to say, okay, I did that. What's the next piece? What's the next teeny tiny step? You start looking to see who else is doing it. You start looking to see who can affirm you. You start sharing it with the wrong people. And that's huge right there. You have to learn how to stop sharing with the wrong people. So self-trust breaks down because of ignoring intuition, overthinking, a lack of follow-through, or constantly seeking external validation. We want to shift that. Take a good healing deep breath in. And exhale. So, who you are, your real identity, is a connection to trust. You cannot really trust yourself until you anchor in and embody your identity. That is really knowing who you are, not your person. We're not talking about personality traits, right? I'm funny. I laugh, I like being around people. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the real inner you. We're talking about your heart, your true desires, understanding your purpose and your mission and what now y'all, this is my daughter that know I've been going live at 10 o'clock for years, but still she will call me at the 10 o'clock hour. All right. So we'll come back to that. So, and I forgot what I was saying. Ah, come back, come back, come back. Who you are at a heart core level, what's important to you, what you desire, what you're here to do. When you can anchor in with that, then trust starts to build because you start relying on that more so than external validation. So then, you don't know yourself because your identity hasn't been stabilized yet. But we want to fix all of that. I can hear you, Dr. E. What do I do about that? This is how you start stabilizing your new identity, your true identity, your original identity that comes with a dominion mandate, says the Genesis writer of Genesis 1. Let us make man after our image and likeness, and let them have dominion over everything in this physical realm, right? So how are you going to start stabilizing your identity? You're going to do it through repetition. Like I said, when I would hit those pockets, after a while, I realized I had to just get quiet and honor myself consistently. Quiet little things. Nobody knows you're doing it. Nobody's applauding you. But when you do it consistently, I see it. I recognize it. I'm going to honor it. I'm going to take action. I'm going to follow through. When you do that in repetition, that builds consistency. And the consistency with integrity, right? Because it's all about honoring what your true self is saying, what that guidance is, what you're being told to do. And the deepest recesses of your mind is all about that. Come on, talk back to me if you're ready to build self-trust. You're ready to trust yourself more. Come on, talk back to me, Dr. E. This is my season. Because I'm telling you, that next level that we're breaking into, we're not going to get it until we trust ourselves. Until we stop the start, stop, start. 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brakes. We're not going to get it that way. So here's the truth shift. You are not trying to trust yourself. You are becoming trustworthy. Write that down. You are not trying to trust yourself. You're becoming trustworthy. There's a difference there. You become worthy of trust when you follow through, when you do what you say, when you tap into the heart and you consistently make the choice. So here's the trust loop. This is what we're going to activate. This is what it is. Number 1, inner knowing. Come on. Y'all know that's it. Inner knowing. I'm tapping in. I'm calming down. I'm breathing. I'm relaxing. I'm going to tap into inner knowing, divine guidance, Holy Spirit leading, intuition. And then I'm going to make an aligned decision. Okay, I hear you. I see you. I know this is for me. I'm going to make a decision to take this action, and then I'm going to follow through. That reinforces your identity, and you repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. So, again, being aware alone does not bring transformation. It is the action that you take with that. So I want you to just calmly and quietly bring something to your awareness, an area where trust is weak. And then I want you to make a declaration that this is the week you're going to move. I trust what I know. I honor my inner guidance. I follow through with integrity. I become someone I trust. I become trustworthy. So here's the invitation, beloved. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's time to activate this deeper trust, because I want to ask this question. It's one of the first questions I ask all of you guys that come into the community for our private chat, our private one-to-one chat. What are you currently feeling a pull, an inner pull toward in this season? What's pulling you forward? Something in an inner feeling, an inner knowing that wants to pull you forward. What is it? What is it? Come on, it's something. Talk back to me. An inner knowing. What are you currently, where are you feeling the most pull right now? What action are you being asked to take in this season? Right? Somebody say show up. To show up fully. To show up completely. Talk back to me. What action? What step? What mindset are you being asked to take fully in this season? If you need support, and if you say, Dr. E, I really don't know, that's a valid answer in itself. But that's why we're here, to help you know. So I invite you, come on in to a 30-minute Quantum Leap activation call so that we could start moving in the direction. And remember, when you come to these calls, you're not obligated to do anything other than receive support from me and then make a decision so that you could shift into consistently taking aligned action that will stabilize your life. Stabilize your identity. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Let's sow a $33 seed into this word today, because we want to water this. Because I'm telling you, beloved, until you get a hold of your identity and start trusting and stabilizing that trust and become trustworthy, you're not going to see the results. And I'm here for it. This is what I'm here for. I promise you. Jump in and jump on board. And by the end of this year, you will be amazed at how much your life has changed. Because we are activating something brand new in our community. And you're going to get result after result after result. So go ahead. I'm going to put the link here again. And let me go ahead and put it this way. There's the QR code. Just click on that. Go ahead, scan that, and schedule your call. Schedule your private clarity call and just show up ready for your life to change. All right? Lovely. Sow that $33 seed. You can always sow at ElonaSanders.com. And you all know the other ways you can sow. All right. Have a blessed, wonderful, and amazing rest of your day. And again, happy Mother's Day to all. Bye for now.